Welcome to Biology 101. If you are listening to this lecture, it's probably because you missed our first day. So if you missed the first day, there's a lot of important information about how our class is going to run. So please make sure you come and see me. Each week, you'll be given a set of lecture videos that you should watch ahead of time and take notes, just as if you were in person in class in a lecture setting. It's even more important to take notes in this setting because you don't have the opportunity to ask questions immediately. So please take notes. Please bring them to class. You'll need to reference those notes when you do your assignments. And just generally be prepared with the material. I don't expect you to be an expert, but each week there'll be a quiz on the material from the lectures for the week. And you do need to know the highlights. You need to know some big vocabulary words. You need to know some general concepts. We'll talk about the details more specifically in our in-class assignments or in-class question and answer sessions, things like that. But you do need to treat these videos as if you were sitting in a lecture, as if you were preparing for a quiz, as if you were going to be tested on the material, because this is the bulk of our class in these lecture videos. Chapter 1 for lecture purposes is quite different than Chapter 1 for book purposes. In our book, we go through a lot of information, kind of broad themes in biology, big ideas in biology, and we're going to skip that for this lecture. For this lecture, we are focusing on Chapter 1, Section 3 in our reading, which focuses on the scientific method. I'm going to add in a few things here that are not specifically in your book, so you do need to get this lecture information. Usually, you can use your textbook or the lectures as long as you're taking good notes from somewhere. But the lectures are going to hit the highlights a bit more. The textbook is going to go into better detail. However, I would love for you to be reading your textbook to get that other context and to get some more specifics that I simply cannot cover in the lecture time. For each lecture video, you're going to have a set of learning objectives. These learning objectives can also be found in the study guide packet that is posted in Blackboard under the weekly course content. There is a packet that you could print for the whole semester, or you could print out each chapter one at a time. And those learning objectives are sort of big goals for the chapter. They are the broad concepts that you need to know. But that study guide is going to break those learning objectives down into vocabulary, into focus questions that are going to allow you to dive into the material a little bit better. Those study guides are a study tool for you. I am not going to collect them, but even if you don't do them, I do strongly suggest that you refer to them before the exams, maybe the end of each week, to make sure that there's no topics that you're missing, that you're understanding the vocabulary. And then, of course, you are absolutely welcome to use them however you'd like, to fill out all of the vocabulary words, to answer all the questions, or whatever you need. Maybe you just need them to focus you in on a particular topic. For Chapter 1, our learning objectives, as I said, are slightly different from what the textbook goes over. So sections 1.1 and 1.2 are kind of big themes in biology. They talk about DNA and how we get information out of DNA, and goes into evolution. And those are 2 units that we're going to do, so we're not going to cover them here. You are more than welcome to read if you'd like some bigger context, kind of ideas of what we're going to do later. Go ahead and hop over to the next video for the actual Chapter 1 lecture.